BC, what's going on? First tip of the day. It is Tuesday, the 19th. Let me make sure. Yes, August 19th. Sometimes I do lose track. Okay, I'll talk about music first, and then I will pitch up Indiegogo. So to start with, last weekend I went to the Maha Music Festival in Omaha. I wasn't planning to go, but then my good friend Nick Fackler asked me if I would come and do merch for Icky Blossoms, and that way I could get in for free. I had a really good time. The bands that I saw, I didn't see the entire festival, but I saw Doomtree, Icky Blossoms, Radkey, Envy Core, The Both, Local Natives, The Head and the Heart, and one other band. The highlight of the day was meeting Amy Mann, who was in Till Tuesday, and she was with Ted Leo, he being also formerly of the Pharmacists. Their set was low-key, but I like meeting people, and I like meeting artists, so it was really nice to meet Amy and talk about her effect on people, you know, because when you write a popular song, topical, it works its way into people's lives. And her song Voices Carry is one of those kinds of songs. It was a pleasure to meet her. My friends Icky Blossoms tore it up. They had a great set. My favorite bands of the event, though, were definitely Local Natives were the best. Envy Core, It Calls You. This is their one of their albums. They're from Iowa. They were really good. It's the second time I saw them, and they really came through on this time. A Death Cab for Cutie was the headliners, but I didn't stay for that. Just a little scattered here. I have some things to do. Recently, I had a band from McCook, Nebraska sent me their completed release, Homemade Crazy. And the album is called Synergy. And I just want to acknowledge that I got it, guys. Thank you. I want to wish you luck with this. You know, it really honestly sounds like a first effort. There's just a lot of things that, you know, if you had asked me to produce this, it wouldn't have gone out like this. So I wish you well. The other thing that I acknowledge is that this, you know, you guys are younger than my kids. And so this music wasn't made for my ears. And so perhaps what it is that bothers me about the production of this might be what your fans like. Homemade Crazy, Synergy. So check it out, another Nebraska band. I do need to talk about I'm just going to riff, okay, yeah, because I'm scattered. I get a lot of requests, and I just don't follow through with them because people don't understand when they're making the requests. You have no idea what it's like on the opposite end. You know, you just make the request and you want it fulfilled. That's all you know, okay? On this end, it's like, well, I get a lot of requests, and a lot of them, it's like, I don't want to be bothered, you know? They seem kind of stupid. So AJ, you are obviously a big metal fan and you love Black Sabbath. You want to know what was my first reaction when I first heard them? It was nothing like when I heard Led Zeppelin. It was nothing like I heard the Beatles. I just want to let you know, okay? I kind of like being the one who doesn't honestly go along with, you know, the crowd. You know, when I first heard Black Sabbath, I heard the first album, and it was scary. And that was the main impression I got. When I bought my first Black Sabbath album, Master of Reality, I was disappointed, okay? All right? So, I respect Black Sabbath and I love them, but they're not one of those bands for me. And, you know, you asked, and so it's not like I'm blasting you, but yes, I am. I'm blasting you with my truth, which is, you know, you know, you want to know a metal band that really hit me hard when I first heard them? Uriah Heep, to tell the truth. My first impression of Uriah Heep was much, much bigger than Black Sabbath. Much, much bigger. And the first band that I ever heard that hit me like this is heavy metal. It's Blue Cheer. That was way before. This is before Led Zeppelin. Blue Cheer. I'm 59 years old. I've been following rock since the 50s, and the first band to hit me this is heavy was Blue Cheer. That's just for me. And then another one of the early heavy bands, not heavy metal but just power, was MC5. Those are my truths. Records sitting out that have been played. Last night I really got into Boris. Yeah, I'd love to get the new album, but I listened to Attention Please, and I love this album. My copy is black vinyl. They always put their albums out in multi-colors, different colors. This was really, really... I ended up playing the whole album. Sneaky. Not sneaky, but just subtle. Just kept me going. You know, just every song is different and kind of druggy. Yeah, druggy. Absolute Ego and Drone Evil 2, Boris. Love this band. Boy, they can make a noise. Some other records that I played last night. Another Green World by Eno. Now this is an album where Eno, in my opinion, was trying his ideas out. So some of this really has dated to my ears, but I respect what he was trying to do. I listened to this last night, Black Moth Super Rainbow. It's a picture disc, and so it's noisy, but this is a good band. Black Moth Super Rainbow. Dandelion Gum. Just a cool sound. They use the vocoder a lot. Here's an oldie but goodie, Utopia, which is in essence Amandul 2. It's like a jam session that they had with members of Embryo and some other people. They do a Amandul song on here, Deutsch Nepal. This is really good. Shout out to John McRae and the VC. He just got a reissue of this, Wigwam's Being. This is an original second edition. It's second edition because the first edition was a gatefold and this is not. It's on the Love Records label. I think it's out of either Finland or Norway. Wigwam, excellent band from the 70s. This is just a monster album. A big influence on this album, to my ears, is Stevie Wonder. This is monster prog. Played this all the way through last night. Renaissance, Vanilla Fudge. Again, know your history. Vanilla Fudge. Aphex Twin, the Richard D. James album. Yeah, he's got a new one coming out. Interesting man. Yeah, he's a pioneer. He sure is. Helio Sequence, Love and Destiny. This was good. I'd like to have more of their stuff. This Heat is just an absolute classic album. This Heat, 1981, I think is when this came out. I forget. This just has to be heard. This is just really blisters. This Heat. The drummer from this band, Charles Hayward, is a friend of mine on Facebook, and we do actually converse time to time. He'll get in touch with me if he really likes something that I posted. I post a lot of my thoughts online, just sharing my thoughts. Guru, Kangaroo. Excellent. This is an original one, Brain. I'll show this one off. Played this yesterday. It's just really wonderful. This is stoner rock. This is the beginnings of stoner rock. Not as we define it now, as like when you say sleep dope smoker. That's kind of like the definitive stoner rock album, it seems like. But when I was a teen in the 70s, when I first heard this band, that's what this was all about, was getting stoned, very stoned. Guru. Another classic, Mirage by Camel. Progressive rock at its finest. Love that cover too. Hiromi Hosono, SFX. I love this man. He really is a big inspiration to me. This album because of the drum sounds, has that dated, gatey sound. But the compositions are fantastic on this. SFX by Hiromi Hosono. Just fantastic. Psychedelic pop from the 60s, Aorta. And one of the guys in the band was from Omaha. I always liked knowing that, being in Omaha. Aorta. This is very good, actually. It's not okay. This is very, very good. Okay. Getting ready for my gig. I have one gig this week with my band RAF, the punk band. We're going to be opening for Rick Agnew's band. And Rick Agnew was in the band DI. There he is. There he is. Looking forward to seeing Rick again. I played with him a few years ago. Really like the guy. Birth Control, Plastic People. Yeah, I've been playing records lately. German prog rock. Aside from the vocals, this is awesome. Completely awesome is this French band, Zoo. Jazz rock, progressive rock, 1970 abouts. Fantastic. Horns. So, to wrap this up, I want to again encourage folks, please, to support me with my Indiegogo campaign to release Murphy. I've already surpassed, like I'm at about 25 or 26% of my goal, which is $5,000. Once I reach the 50% mark, I'll go to manufacture. If I, once I make the halfway mark, I have enough money to manufacture. I need the rest to implement the record, literally, to mail it out, gas, food, a lot of things, But I've gotten a lot of suggestions on the color, but I will choose. Thank you, folks. I just want you to understand that I choose. This is for me, number one. And I see Murphy as a blue vinyl at this point, but I'll choose. Thanks for the input, but I choose, okay? Looking to make an edition of no more than 300 copies, and not all of them will be colored. I'll make part of the run black, like I've done most of my records. Flyover are all splatter vinyl, so there are no black vinyl copies of that except for the test pressings. For Murphy, I'd like to have it on black vinyl as well. I'm waiting to hear from the artist to see if he has any problem with me using the collage where his artwork is prominently featured. If I don't hear anything by the time I'm ready to manufacture, I'm going to go ahead and use it, because I'm not making any money. I'm just surviving. A reminder that if you, well, a couple things. I knew that I prefer to go direct. The Indiegogo, they take a fair amount of money out of each, so when you send me $20, I don't get $20. They take a good chunk. They do about $2, and for each contribution, they take a larger. And so, even though it will say on the site that I've raised this amount of money, that's not how much money I have in my account, because they've taken their cut already. So I just really want to encourage folks to please, show me some support. Send me as little as $5, but help me make this record. Help me keep going. I've had 2 people buy test pressing so far at the $200 range, and those people will receive a test pressing that will come in a designed cover for them. It'll be a collage, and they'll be nice. It won't be a slapdash one. I'll make some nice collages for the Murphy test pressings. John Chartrand wants to buy one, but I'll say it. Maybe you'll see it, John. He wants to buy one of the test pressings, but he doesn't want to pay through Indiegogo, and I kind of appreciate that, because if he buys it directly, then I get all the money which I need. We'll see how that works out. But right now, there's 2 available test pressings, and then I have actually had one person make a $500 donation, which is awesome. People that are donating $50 to $100, besides signing the records, which I sign if you ask me anyway, I will include something personal, you know, something nice. I don't know what. I have ephemera from my years of doing music around the house. I'll find something to include. Thank you, folks. If you keep donating, then, you know, now, then we can make this happen, and I can send the record to press, and we can get it, we can have it. It can come out. Like I said, as soon as I hit close to the 50% mark of what I'm asking for on my campaign, I will send in the music and artwork. The cover's not designed yet. I'll try to get that done this week. The other thing that I'd like to share with you is I will be including another VC member in the production of this album. Glowing 00 Cabbage, Jeff McLennan up in Canada, is a photographer and artist. And back when I first started making records, we had talked a little bit about collaborating. Of course, a lot of people have asked about collaborating, but you know, I do things in my own way. And when I thought about the artwork not being complete for Murphy, it made sense to my mind to contact Jeff, you know, to go back to the front of the line of people that had, you know, expressed interest in working with me. And so, excuse me, I'm planning to use one of Jeff's photographs for the back cover of Murphy. So it'll be another VC collaboration. I'll leave the link to my campaign. Folks, please help me make this a reality. Help me make Murphy become vinyl. Thanks, everyone. Just thank you all.